Hey, this is Steve Cephalou with Nether Lifestyles. Today we're talking about Camp Salmen Park, Nature Park, with the one, the only Jay Garrett of the Alpha Tribe Band. All right, Jay, what's happening?
Well, we're putting on a fundraiser for Camp Salmon at Camp Salmon. It's going to be May 12th, starting around noon, so that's next Saturday. Um, we've got 5 musical events, starting with the North Shore Ramblers, followed by Collins, followed by Slidell High's Jazz Band, followed by my band, Alpha Tribe, and then lastly, starring Louisiana living legend Ronnie Cole.
Okay, and is admission? Any
There is
admission?
no admission.
Okay.
We are accepting donations if you want to come to the event and donate. The Friends of Camp Salmon are sponsoring the event. They are a 501c3 organization.
All right.
And we'll also have a raffle there. They will be selling water and drinks. There will be a food truck there as well. So you don't need to bring anything. Alcohol is not allowed, but just bring yourself. You might want to bring a lawn chair
I was
or
going to ask you,
blanket,
blanket or
something like that. Cause
No food and drinks allowed except what you buy there?
right, exactly.
Okay, okay. So tell me, this is the first year you've done a fundraiser, you said?
This is the first year we've done a fundraiser at the park with musical acts. They have had music at the park before that, but it was just I forget what they call it, but it was just something else they used to do at the park. But this is the first year we've done a fundraiser there.
Now, what is the money going to go to?
Okay, the money is going to go to, there is a historic building that's actually on the registry of historic sites. It's known as the Camp Salmon Lodge. It's been there since the early 1800s.
Okay.
And they put a roof on it recently, but they want to do a complete historical renovation. So this is a process that's going to take a while of raising money to get that building back to how it looked in the early 1800s.
Okay.
So that's going to be one of the primary focuses of the fundraising. Also, there is a kids unlimited playground at the camp, and we're looking to put a shade
Canopy light.
over it. Yes, thank you. And then the other beneficiary of the fundraiser is going to be Slidell High's Jazz Band. Since they're participating, we want to help out with local high school music, and we hope to get more high schools involved with this in the future. So
Now, tell me, what are your sponsors? Do you have levels of sponsorship? Do you need more sponsors?
we could use more sponsors. We have about 6 or 8 sponsors right now. Off the top of my head, Southside Cafe, the Wine Garden. We also have Lowry, Dunn & Case and Vivian Insurance. Then we have Steve Stefanik, council member, and TJ Smith, council member, that have also contributed. If you want to contribute, you can go to the friendsofcampsalmon.org site, and there is a designated link for the fundraiser. And what we're also going to be doing is crediting whoever
Gives a donation?
gives a donation on a permanent plaque that will reside underneath the main pavilion.
Levels of donations?
Well, right now we're not really concerned about that. We had started that. Everyone has been kind of a lower level donor right now. If somebody gives a higher level than what we have right now, we will differentiate in the placard.
Okay.
But
Now, do you need volunteers to help?
we have a lot of volunteers right now, but any help would be welcome. I think we have most of it covered, but we wouldn't turn away anyone. So
What's the phone number they can call for more
they can
information?
reach me directly at 985-774-6035.
Now, tell us about the park. I know they've had the last, I think, 2 or 3 summers, Shakespeare in the Park there, which was very popular.
Right.
It was during July. It was pretty hot, but a lot of people came out and they enjoyed it. It was put in by the Commission of Cultural Affairs for the Parish of St. Tammany.
And I believe they're doing that again this year. I'm not sure, so I'm not absolutely. I have heard that. But,
Right.
A little bit about the park. It's been open since I think about 2010 as a parish facility and nature park. Like I said, it dates back. This was the Camp Salmon Lodge dates back to the early 1800s. It's probably one of the oldest buildings in St. Tammany Parish. In the early 1900s, the Salmon Logging Company operated where the park is now, and in 1924, French Salmon donated a little over 100 acres, I believe, to the Boy Scouts. So there was a Boy Scout camp there from 1924 to 1984. The property kind of lay dormant until the parish got involved with it, and turned it into what we have now as Camp Salmen Nature Park with over 40,000 visitors annually. There's probably 10 miles of trails, walking trails. It's now connected through the St. Tammany Trace goes through the park and will eventually wind up at Heritage Park through a connection there. It's a really lovely place. If you've never been there, it's just real serene.
Where's it located for anybody that doesn't know?
It's right off of Highway 190. You go down Parish Parkway, which the closest thing to that is the Grand, I believe, movie theater in Slidell. That's right across the street from Parish Parkway. It's about maybe 3/4 of a mile from North Shore Boulevard, and about maybe a little further from Carroll Road. So it's off of Highway
What are the
190.
hours of operation? And I know I asked you this. There's no camping. It's not a campground.
It is not a campground. It is a nature park. You can go there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Generally, it operates from about 8 p.m. to about 4:30 p.m. So,
And if you take in the trace, you can ride through it any time of the day, or
well, that I'm not sure how they're going to work that yet. I'm sure that they're going to have to do something like that as the trace gets connected all the way into Slidell. There are a main pavilion and two or three other smaller pavilions, as well as an amphitheater that you can actually rent out. People get married at the park. They have family reunions. They have, other charitable activities, as well as other activities that Friends of Camp Salmen put on. There's a lot of facilities out there, and part of the goal of this is to not only increase awareness of the value of Camp Salmen Nature Park, but also to make people aware of the use of the facilities, which would contribute to hopefully maintaining the park and maybe extending the hours back in operation.
that'd be great. Now, what other fundraisers do you have in mind? Are you on the committee?
Well, I'm the main organizer of this event, but the Friends of Camp Salmen, Daryl Novak is the president. I would, if I started mentioning other members, except for
You'd forget somebody.
yeah, but other than Jeannie Stengel, who is the one of the main ones that has worked with me on this, but they are the main purveyors of this event, and I've worked with them as one of their members. And we hope that if we get enough turnout for this year, that we can do this on an annual basis.
That'd be great. Do you have any other fundraisers y'all are contemplating or talking about?
I know there's something that they're doing, or had planned on doing at the around Christmas, an event there in the park. I'm not sure. I think it is kind of in the works as being somewhat of a fundraiser, but it's a Christmas event in the park. That's one of the other main things that I know about. And like I said, they had the butterfly event last year. I'm pretty sure they're doing Shakespeare in the park. Friends of Camp Salmen is always a good spot to go for, to donate to money. Regardless of it's for this, there's a dedicated link, but there's also other links that you can fill out just to donate to the Friends of Camp Salmen, who then donate the money to the park.
Okay, so let's recap this baby. What day and what time is this going to be?
May 12th from noon to 6 p.m.
That's a Saturday.
That is a Saturday.
Camp Salmen Nature Park, and it's right past the North Shore Mall.
Why don't you give them the exact...
35122 Parish Parkway in Slidell. Entertainment. Who do we have at noon?
Well, it starts off with the North Shore Ramblers. They're kind of a folk group that they practice every Tuesday night at Counterculture Yogurt in Slidell. Really fine group.
1 o'clock we have welcoming comments. By who?
That's going to be, and you got me here because one of the North Shore Ramblers was actually one of the Boy Scout chiefs that lived at the park, and I cannot remember his name right now. But he will be doing the welcoming comments and dedicating this event as a fundraiser to Camp Salmen.
2 o'clock, Tom Collins and Friends.
Yep, and actually we're going to be backing up Tom, so he's got one other guy, and then my drummer and bass player also, and myself are actually going to play with Tom. So.
And at 3 p.m., Slidell High Jazz
Slidell
Band.
High's Jazz Band, directed by Frederick Wild. So yes.
4 o'clock.
Alpha Tribe, that's my band.
What do you play?
I play guitar and I sing.
Okay. And closing it out with the one, the only.
The living Louisiana legend,
Ronnie Cole, who does so much for this community.
Yes.
All right. What's the website?
friendsofcampsalmon.org, or you can go to the parish website to get information as well.
What's your phone number for more information?
985-774-6035.
Saturday, May 12th, 12 to 6, free. Thank
for
you
your
very
time, Mr.
much.
Salmen.
Come back anytime.
All right,
Let us know how it went when you're ready for your next fundraiser. Let us know.